Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Cricket Captain 2024 with Kent County. Today we continue on in the blast. Last time up we played 2 games. We managed to get a win. We managed to get a loss, which means we sit like 6th in the table. It is. Look at that bottom of the screen. We sit 6th in the table, which is absolutely fine by me. But we are going to have to rotate things a little bit going into this next game because there are a couple of players who just aren't really clicking immediately for us. For example, Darks, not really clicking. O'Riordan doing quite well with the bat, less so with the ball, so he won't be bowling today unless we need him to, which means that we still need 5 bowling options down here. Mansfield's going to swap out for Billings, and Billings is going to take the gloves. Muyeye remains on as captain, and the opening pair, who did really well against Surrey despite losing the game, are going to go again. Darks is going to swap out, and I'm not really sure who for. I guess it could be Stack. We'll give Stack a go. Compton continues and will move above Billings. Stewart continues. His bowling was very good. Logan's bowling has also been very good. Porter's been okay, but a bit expensive, so I'm going to swap him out for Singh. That works. Henderson's bowled really well. Bosch has done pretty well. Stewart not so well with the ball. With the bat. So let's go for Everson. Maybe... Or do we go for another dedicated bowler? And give us just another option? Yes, I think I'm gonna, no, you know what? I'm happy with that. We're gonna call tails and we're gonna bowl first because that's what I like to do. Now, last episode, I felt in myself like I was just rapidly running through the episode really, really quickly. Too quickly, in fact. So this time, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I'm gonna calm down a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of go... I do go ball by ball anyway, but we're just going to make a few edits as we go along. Okay. Back we go then. And Bosch to Babar Azam. Okay, goes for 8 off the first. You know what? It could be worse. Not a great start, but it could be worse. And you can obviously see where Babar Azam's runs have come from. So we're gonna counter that. And Smeed, we're going to bowl out to the offside and see if he can play out to the offside. Goes for a single. Babar Azam back on strike. And that is one heck of a start from Singh. Very, very good. Now Bosch, back it up. Another good over would be very appreciated. And that's going to be... Oh, dropped in the covers. You can't drop a player of Babar Azam's quality. No, no, no. Deep square. It goes over his head. It goes for 6 off the edge. Smeed, that is lucky. That is very lucky. And you've got to feel for Bosch there because that's a really good... Smeed, buddy, your luck's going to run out. And there it is. What did I say? I said your luck's going to run out. And it did. 10 runs off the edge of the bat. 16 for 1. Looks a lot better than 26 for 1. Okay, Singh comes in, smacks his first 2 deliveries for 4. Alright. Okay, sure. Alright. Whatever. We'll go a bit more defensive on our split. You can't be dropping Babar Azam. You've got to feel for Bosch there. That's a good delivery. He's bowling well and he's not really getting the reward for bowling well. See? 3 player misses in that 1 over. He's going at 8. Let's finish off the power play. That's good from Singh. He's going at 7s. You know what? I'm just going to bowl Bosch out. But I'm going to withhold Singh's next over. Nothing doing. And hopefully a dot or a wicket to finish this one up would be very nice. It's going to be a... Look, if you don't take your catches, you can't get mad if you then go on to lose the game. Henderson's going to come in. He's going to try and take a bit of control. That's 2 dropped catches. Both of the batters at the crease. That is 2 dropped catches. Drummond makes up for that one, which means that Singh's drop wasn't actually costly. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Banton, get out. First ball, top edge. Get out. Okay, I'm going to go to Everson. Going to get a bit of Everson bowling as well. He's not a part-timer, but he is an all-rounder. So it can sometimes go well with your all-rounders, as we saw from Stewart last time. And then sometimes it can go for a few runs. That's gone for 10. Not the best, not the worst. I think maybe the spin is a bit more effective right now. So I'm going to go to Logan. I'm going to do just that. I'm going to go to the spin. Logan's been very solid so far in his bowling. Can we look at the current year stats? Economy's a bit higher, I suppose. A bit. But that average of 19 is very good. So, wow. First ball, 6. Second ball, 4. Drag the length back. He's been bowling well all season. And he... Oh, it's taken. I was really worried that was going to be another drop. But Babar Azam is gone. Logan gets the breakthrough. They're 89 for 3. They're batting rather well. But not anything crazy. Not anything to write home about, really. Nothing crazy there. Let's just get Logan to bring that economy down again. Below 10 would be appreciated. That's gone out deep again. They're getting so many runs off the edge. So many. That's about 20. Genuinely, that's about 20 runs off the edge of the bat. And not to mention the dropped catches. There we go. Banton's gone. Henderson's bowled very well. He really has. He really has. Did I say Banton's bowled? No, Banton's gone. Henderson's bowled well. Yeah, that's what I said. Good stuff. Okay, Logan's gone for a few runs. But again, off the edge, so I'm not holding him against him. And he's got a bit of credit in the bank, to be fair to the lad. Let's bring that economy down. Try and grab another wicket here. And he does. He bowls him, which brings in Dixon. Get another one. And they're 119 for 6. Not quite, but that's Henderson bowled out. Logan's got one more. Everson's got a couple. We could just go... Oh, we could go O'Riordan. No, we could go Everson, Logan, Everson, Singh, Everson. That's the plan. That's got to be the plan, I think. So that all of our bowlers bowl out their 4 overs. Everson goes for 4. Shouldn't be getting hit through the leg side. Not even a little bit. So that's on you, buddy. Logan comes back in. Let's try. Can we keep him under 150? It would be very difficult to do that. Are they going to run 2? No, they're not. But if we can keep him under 150, that's very chaseable, very gettable. In the second, get hit for 6. Go away. It's 135. That's a chunk of the 150. I'm trying to keep him under. That's off the edge again. So I don't know how many it is. You know what? We can check. We can check. So it's 8, 12, 14, 18, 19, 23, 24, 28. It's actually more than I thought it was. It's 28 runs off the edge. 29. Okay, we go to Singh. And the 29 runs off the edge when there should have been some catches it's frustrating, but we've got to just go and back it up. 1, 5, 7. That's good from Singh. It's a good over. To come back and bowl that over is very, very good. He's only gone for 7.5s. Everson, if you can give us a good over, keep him below, well, definitely 170. Stop getting hit for boundaries first ball. Everson's done it. I think 3 out of the 4 overs he's bowled. That's in the air. That's taken. Well done, Bell Drummond. That brings in Gregory. Goodness me. Yep. And hits a 6 off the last. So 174, yeah. Gregory with a incredible strike rate. Very annoying. Very frustrating. Why the heck is he batting that low? Let's go. Big chase on. Let's go. We know we can score that many runs. We know we can. We've done it before. Okay, there's too many dot balls at the minute, guys. We are below the rate. There we go. Picks it up. That's 4 runs. There we go. Okay, so they're getting themselves set. We don't have to panic after 2 overs. But there is the fact that they're now hitting boundaries is okay. If they weren't hitting boundaries now, we would have to be like, okay, where the run's going to come from. That's a good over. And Gregory gets a little bit of his own medicine. Have some more. Oh, that's a really poor way to get out. A big old full toss outside off. Oh, you know the phrase, sometimes gets wickets. That was one of those times. Goodness me. Well done, Bell Drummond. Well done. Oh, Drummond, no. That's too many doubles now, buddy. Well done, O'Riordan. 4 runs. Lovely. And that... Oh, might be 6. It will be. It will be. Okay, so the run rate after the power play is 10 and over. That's very, very good. But what we've got to do is try and get to that 100 after 10 so that we're only chasing around about a run a ball for the last 10 overs. Sorry, last 10. Oh, Bell Drummond, what are you doing? Reverse sweeping. What is he doing? You haven't done it all game. There's no need. You're just asking for trouble. Stack, but goodness me. Oh, and that's not what we needed. O'Riordan, who looked like he could maybe go a little bit, has got himself out. So it's going to be... this is going to be tough from here. 72 for 3. We're still ahead of the DLS, which is great. We've got to try and get to 100 at 10 overs. That's from there, that's gettable. But we need good overs here. The next 2 overs, that's... You can have... Nope. Stop it. There we go. Nope. Stop it. Dot balls, not allowed. Not allowed. No, 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 no. We just do not have the time for it. There we go. We rescue that over. We need a big over this time. Compton, you got to stop. Last time out, I told Compton to go full aggression, and it did work. He didn't get out. Hopefully this time I don't need to tell him to do that. Okay, we're at 94. 2 balls to go. 96 for 3 after 10. Okay, so that 10 runs there from 2 deliveries has given us a chance. 7.9 required. We just have to keep going here. We need 2 boundaries and over. And there's one of them, and it's a big one. It's 6. Well done, Compton. He's batting well. He's gone again. That's another 6. Compton is batting well. Maybe the aggression being pushed up, maybe the pressure being on Compton just suits him. And it works. Because he's now smacked this over for 18 runs. Goodness gracious. That brings on a new bowler. It's a medium pacer that, to be fair, in T20, Medium pace can be difficult to work with if the pitch is helping him out, but it should also kind of come off it. What is that? What is that? Just step away and swing like that. No. Play a proper shot. Get yourself behind the ball. $50 required. 7 overs to get it done. We need maybe 10 off this next over. Billings, that's a full toss. That's got to go. Oh, he's got away with it. He's got away with it. There we go. We've got away with one. Don't forget, they had about 30 runs off the edge of the bat. Billings, come on now. Compton, if you can hit this one for a boundary, which he can, it is a big one. It's another 6. Compton has gone to 50 in 22 deliveries. Goodness me, he's having a good time with the bat. Rescuing Billings there for a bad start to the over. He's rescued it with a big old 6 off the last. So 39 required off of 36. 2 boundaries and over. And we win this game with no bother. There's one. Billings has done well. Doesn't manage the next one. 33 off 30. Still very gettable. Very doable. We don't want to trip up and kind of be looking for 10 off the last, however. And Compton, he's just doing it. He's doing it. Billings, just back him up. Just get him on strike. Just back him up. Just back him up. Just get him on strike. Just back him up. Come on. There we go. Big un. It does get him on strike, but that's a big one. 18 off 24. Keep going, lads. Taking all the singles is just getting us closer and closer to the line. That's another one off the edge. Don't forget, they had loads of runs off the edge. We're just kind of equalising that. 13, 9 off 16, 8, 7 off 14. Very good. 5 off 2 overs. Just tick it over. Just tick it over. And eventually... Oh, no! Compton's been dropped. They might run the 2 that they need. They will. And we win the game off a dropped catch. Goodness me. Well done to Compton and to Billings. That is really, really good stuff from those guys. Well done, Ben Compton. I've got to say, that is a great batting performance. Billings as well, to be fair. That's a good performance. I'm loving that. Let's look at his current year. Is that his first? That is his first of the year for Billings. Very, very good. Very, very good. I'm impressed. We get the win that we needed. We're back into the qualification spots with a exact even net run rate, which is absolutely lovely. And next up is Glamorgan. Look, there were some games abandoned. That is always interesting because that does affect the tables in an interesting way. It starts putting teams on odd numbers of points. So Essex and Gloucestershire had their game abandoned, and then there's one in the others as well, Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire. So we've actually moved up to 3rd because Glamorgan have lost and their net run rate took a punch. So yeah, okay. Next up, Glamorgan. If we could get another win, we would be in a pretty solid position after 4 games played. But don't forget, we are going to play 3 games today, so that's only 1 down. We're going to have to maybe make another decision on our 11. You know, a couple of players playing really well. A couple of players were dropped for that last game. They've been replaced. And to be honest with you, those decisions have kind of worked, really. So, yeah, we'll see. We need to pick a team. Okay, into the Glamorgan game we go. So... Denley has improved his batting technique. That's very good. All right. Are there any changes to be making? Stack batted okay. You know, batted relatively well. Didn't hit a great deal of runs, but enough to get himself another chance, I would say. Everyone else batting-wise, yeah, pretty solid. Everson, I feel like did get unlucky, so I'm willing to give him another go. Logan, again, did get a bit unlucky, so I'm kind of thinking the same team goes again. And then we might just make some changes going into the 3rd game of today's episode. We're going to bowl again. because I just genuinely do think that's the best option for us. Front foot leg side, so we're going to go back foot offside. 0-1, and then front foot, split those fielders. And I didn't mean to play the whole over, but I'll take it because we've taken a wicket. Second ball, that was lucky. I did not mean to play the whole over, which is, I'm glad we didn't have to do that. Okay, so 1 off the next, then a 4. Carlson hits a 4 through mid-on. Dot 1. Good start from Bosch. Now can Singh back it up. Bowling in pairs. That's what you got to remember when you're playing, when you're real life playing, when you're watching your teams play. You bowl in pairs because you can't expect one player to just do it on their own. You need pressure from both ends. And Singh has started very well. In fact, 3 dot balls, 2 of which have just gone past the bat. 1 maybe drifting onto the legs a little bit. It's fine. Gets his line back. And that's a very good over as well. Enough that Bosch is just going to continue. And we are generating more chances. And that's bowled him. That's found the top of leg stump. That is gone. Okay, very, very good start from the lads. Very, very good start from Bosch as well. To take 2 wickets already. Singh, I don't need a wicket. I just need a solid over. That's okay. That's okay. They're going at just over a runnable now. Bosch to continue. Misfield, not great. Then there's 1 through mid-on. And then a big old 6. Okay, we're going to go to the front foot then. And hopefully get rid of this. There we go. There we go. The front foot did do it. Goodness me. All right. All right. Bosch taking wickets for fun at the minute, it seems. And now Singh to round off the power play. And he does very well. Goes hit for 6 off the first ball. Recovers it really nicely. And you know what? Just keep going, lads. We've got them at 52 for 3, which they are scoring relatively well. But those wickets falling are what we need. And that's another one. That is another one. That brings in Harker. If we get 1 more wicket from these 2, even though most of them are Bosch, in fact, all of them are Bosch, and that might, oh, not quite the fifer, but what a performance from Bosch. That's 4 wickets. Very, very happy indeed with that performance. Let's go back foot and then 0-2. And I kind of just want Singh to just, like I say, back him up. If he takes a wicket, he does take a wicket. That's brilliant. But it wasn't all about the wickets. We've got them 64 for 5, almost 6. Wide ball, nothing off the last. That is very well bowled from those first 2 bowlers. They've taken 5 wickets between them, 4 of them for Bosch. Very, very good start. Now what we're going to do is rotate these 3 bowlers. I'm going to go to Logan first. And we just want to try and just keep that control going. Because we're now going to have to rotate the... Oh, there we go. There we go. We're going to have to rotate the bowling a little bit more, potentially, because we can't just bowl the next 4 and kind of expect that to do it. But, goodness me. Oh, the hat-trick, but now maybe 3 and 4. It will be. I cannot believe this. That is an over. That is an over. Goodness me, that's a good over. What is that? He's gone 3 foot... Ridiculous stuff from Logan. That's why we chose him. If Henderson backs it up and we're chasing 70, then happy days. He's... What on earth? What on earth is happening here? Keep going. Just keep going. Get this last wicket. And we can chase down... He's almost a maiden. And we can chase down 73 in no time at all. And theoretically, just take a massive boost. That's a maiden. Take a massive boost to the net run rate. Because look, they can't... They're struggling to hit it off the square. These are 10 and 11. I assume. I don't actually know it. I think it's 10 and 11. And there we go. Wrapped it up. Billings takes the wicket. 4 for Logan. A crazy economy. We've absolutely undone them. And to think that they were, you know, in a somewhat threatening position, we need 4 and over. 4 and over. We just got to go out there and try and hit these runs as quickly as possible. Just don't hang around. But also don't give your wicket away, you absolute melon. There we go. 4 off the edge. We'll take it. O'Riordan, where's that gone? It's gone for 4. I don't know how that's not a 6, but off the edge. O'Riordan, maybe you want to just bring it down a smidgen. You know what I'm saying? We do want to chase this down pretty quickly, though. Like, there's no hanging about. Really take that boost to the net run rate if we can. Well done, O'Riordan. That's 4 more. He's on 17, but don't forget, he could have been out twice. He's gone again. 4 more. We're going along at 11.3 at the minute. They're having a field day. They really are. We need 2 and over. Oh, O'Riordan's gone, but he's batted well. Just keep going. Aggression, aggression. Get these runs. Get them quickly. Take the net run rate boost and go to the next game in good spirits, because that was a bowling performance to remember, and hopefully we'll just get over the line quick as we can and take the net run rate. Let's go. Come on. 1 needed per over. 16 to win. There's 4 of them. Another 3 of those and we are done. 67 for 2 off 6 overs. You're joking me here, right? You're joking me. What? This is ridiculous. 2 boundaries needed to get over the line and just absolute. Oh, come on. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Buddy. You're there. You know, you've run 99 meters and the last meter is there. And you trip and you're falling. You don't make it. Just got to get over the line here. There we go. 1 needed, 1 required. Just take the single and take an absolutely ridiculous win. You know, I'm actually going to get the calculator out and work out the net run rate difference here. So 74 divided by 20, because they were bowled out, it is taken divided by 20 as if you faced all your deliveries, means that their run rate was 3.7. 75 divided by 7.5 equals 10. Minus 3.7, we had a plus 6.3 from that game. Now, obviously, it's net run rate across the all of the matches. So our bonus, it's gone up to 1.5, which is by far the best. And Glamorgan's is now plummeted and is by far the worst. We need to kind of acknowledge that was a good one. That's very useful. It's just another win. And we've got to keep going from here. So, Surrey up next. They beat us last time. In fact, they're the only team that has beaten us so far. And the thing is that game didn't really give me much in terms of who do I play, who do I pick, blah, blah, blah. Because Everson didn't even get to bowl. Didn't get to bat. The bowlers bowled incredibly well. And the batsmen got the job done because they only had to chase down 70. So, it doesn't really give us a great deal of information when it comes to picking the team, but we'll take the positive for what it is, and it is a big positive. So last time we played Surrey, they put on an absolute mountain of runs, and even though we hit about 180 or thereabouts, it wasn't enough. Surrey did the job. That is a good start to get the dangerous Jamie Smith out early. They are 1 for 1. That is a very good start. Well done, Bosch. Now, Singh, do exactly what you did last time. Even if you don't take the wickets, just back him up with a good over. Never mind, take the wickets, and we continue on. We're going to go back foot. We're going to carry on here. We're more or less just continuing on from where we left off in that Glamorgan game. And it's not done yet because they are 4 for 3 after 2 overs. Absolutely brilliant. Where has this come from? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Surrey are falling apart. But as we know, just because a team loses a couple of early wickets does not mean the innings will go nowhere. They can bounce back and they can hit a lot of runs. We need to keep doing what we're doing, taking those wickets and keep piling the pressure on. 13 for 4. Make it 5. Oh, that's very close. But there we go. There's some boundaries. That is 5. What is happening here? Guys, I genuinely don't know. We're just playing next level with our bowling. Okay, Singh went for a few there, but he has taken 4 wickets, so you might forgive, going for a few boundaries. You might forgive that. Personally, I would forgive that. Okay, that's fine. 43 for 5. They're only going at a 6 and over. They're hitting some boundaries because they have to, but that I'm going to bet will also be their undoing. Schofield's smacking runs. Fine. It won't last forever. Prove me right. Very close. Another chance. Prove me right. They've got to 70 for 5. Because these two... Oh, will he get there? No, he won't get there. That's 4 runs. Okay, you're lucky. You're lucky. That's all right. Hull isn't really a problem here. Schofield is the problem. And even then, Schofield's kind of slowing up a bit. That's in the air. That's been dropped. You've got to take your catches. See, and now he's gone and hit a 6. If you needed any more hint of go and take your catches, there it was. Okay. Right, Everson's going to have to come on. Because otherwise we will kind of shoot ourselves in the foot and be unable to take our... get all of our overs bowled. Edged, taken. There we go. See you later. Onto the split. Continue on. Well done, Everson, for getting that breakthrough. Very, very useful indeed. Okay, I'm going to go to 1 over of O'Riordan, who didn't have to bowl in the last game, much like Everson didn't have to bowl. Gets hit for 6 off the first. Has gone for a few. Gets hit for 6 off the last. Frustrating. That shouldn't be happening. He's not that bad a bowler. Oh, you... Okay, this is a good over from Henderson. It's brought it back. They should never be getting this many. There we go. See you later. You were gone anyway. You were gone anyway. Love that from Everson. That's top quality, that is. They've only got 3 overs to go. They're at 137. It's all Schofield. Was he dropped? No, catchable shots 1, but he wasn't dropped, so... Yeah, but we should still be able to win this game. We've got to... There we go. Naylor's gone. Paris comes in. Whoa! Joel Paris from Australia, playing for Surrey. Henderson to finish up. Get another one and finish up, and we'll chase 140. Very close. Okay, let's go back to Logan. We're just trying to wrap this one up. It's not been easy. But Schofield has slowed down a bit, but he's the only reason Surrey have got any form of total to play with here. And now we just want to get the last. Everson. There it is. Well done. Okay, 144 all out. Half of those runs are Schofield, who's batted incredibly well. It's very frustrating. But that top order got blown away. Really, really good bowling. Now, go and finish the job. Go and get those runs. We really shouldn't be under pressure. The only pressure we have in this chase can only really be self-inflicted by giving away wickets or sitting on strike and not turning the strike over with singles and stuff like that. Like yeah, that's not helpful. O'Riordan comes in. We've got the capability. We know we have the ability to go and win this game. O'Riordan is gone. Ethan Stack comes in. Bell Drummond on strike. All we need is one player. Bell Drummond, buddy. All we need is one player to smack 50 get a chunk of those runs, and then the rest of the team to kind of rally around that player and keep grabbing singles and keep grabbing, kind of rotating the strike. Maybe Bell Drummond is the one who's going to smack 50. He's already on 28. He's already going well. Okay, 44 for 2 after the power play ends. Just got to keep this going. Just need Bell Drummond to stick around, keep getting those boundaries. Stack, try and get in on the party. Hit it. Yeah, there we go. We'll take it. They had some of that. We'll take it. And there we go. This time off the middle of the bat. Well done, Stack. Okay. Can we speed up a bit? Can we speed up a bit and really take the pressure off going into the second half of this innings? Bell Drummond, that's pretty poor, I'll be honest. Just like a waft, not really a full-blooded shot. Because what I'm hoping for is that in the second half of this innings, well done, Compton, there we go, smack it away. The second half of this innings, we can get that run rate all the way down, and we can really, really make sure there's no threat of, like, sorry, squeezing out a victory or something like that. You know, nothing, no threat like that. Inside edge goes away. This is much better. We have sped up. We can take a look at the over rates. We have sped up a couple of boundaries here. Have indeed done just that. Compton, another dot ball, and you're going to have to go up the aggression level. Stack, there we go, 4 runs. Good stuff. There is the dot ball, so me adding the aggression early was the right thing. Stack, 4 runs. Picked out the fielder, but well batted. Billings comes in. Still, it's got to be us. You've got to be thinking we can get over the line here just by taking singles, rotating that strike, and the odd boundary gets us. Billings, buddy, please. What is that? 95 for 5. Compton's still there. Very much in with a chance. If Compton is still there, at the end, we will win this game. Good sweep, 4 runs. 40 runs required. Not many at all. Come on. Just get over the line here. There we go, Compton. That's got to go. It does go. 34 required. Oh, goodness me. We are making this a little bit more difficult than it needs to be, but that's another boundary. 30 runs required from 7 overs. That's 4.2 per over. That's 1 boundary and a little bit extra. Every boundary we get, if it's a 6, even better. That's it. There we go. See, that's 6 off the over. That's the over done. We don't have to fret. Everson's just got to not do that. What is that? And now Bosch, we're going to lower the aggression off the other end and let Compton keep going. Bosch getting 2 there is absolutely fine. And then it's got to just be this. It's just got to, there we go, 5 off the over. Just keep it going. 3 off the over, 14 required. 10 required. Just make life difficult for the bowlers by running those singles and getting 50 for Ben Compton. He is on some heck of a run of form, is he not? Goodness me. And Bosch goes big. 6 runs, 3 required. Compton to finish it off in style. That's how we do that. What an episode. What an episode this has been. That's brilliant. Compton with the 54, brilliant stuff. Singh with an outrageous start as well. The fact that they put on 144 was, you know, we let them back into the game. The fact that we then went and said, you know what, you might get a few wickets. You're not going to win. Ben Compton's going to smack 50. Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. 1 player smacks 50. That's all we need. I'm going to do a quick save. There it is. And now we're going to have a look at the table. So, Surrey did not play an extra game. So let's take a look at what the standings look like. Everyone has played 6, except us on 5, Essex on 5, Glamorgan on 5, and then Middlesex on 7. So, the fact that Middlesex are up there, but we've got 2 games in hand, means I'm not so worried about them. We've also got a very, very promising boost to the old net run rate. 1.5 right now is very good. We're sitting in a really good position. Really good position indeed. Beating Surrey, got some good revenge on them. Absolutely dismantled Glamorgan. It was quite rough, to be honest. If you were wanting Glamorgan to win, that was a bit of a hammering. 2 more games before we go back to the championship. They will be next episode. Essex Hampshire. If we get 2 more wins, you're inclined to believe that at that halfway mark, 2 more wins, you've already qualified. You've already done enough. But we won't be sitting on our laurels. No, no, no. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. A really good episode. I don't remember the last time we had an episode like that where we just absolutely stomped it and the team did everything that was asked of them and more, and some. Thank you, guys. Until next time.